Hi, I'm Roy Robertson. Today on Good Business San Diego, we welcome back Brent Wilsey, who's the president of Wilsey Asset Management. Brent's firm has been developing investment strategies and client portfolios for decades, and they offer free financial planning workshops to introduce you to the firm. There's one coming up this Thursday evening, and we'll tell you how you can attend in just a moment. Brent, your motto is no emotions, just results. So let's talk about the emotions, as we often do when you hear it. Let's talk about investor psychology. Particularly today, we're talking about impatience.
Yes.
How it affects a long-term investor.
I've been doing this for 40 years, over 40 years now. And the problem with investing is that you do have emotions and they can't get rid of them. They become very impatient. Well, it's been 12 months and nothing's happened.
Right.
That is not.
Which is this year, right? I mean, that's basically where we are.
Yeah, it's where we are. And people get very impatient and they don't realize that they may be needing this money 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. Yeah. What difference does 6 or 12 months make for them? None, actually, is the answer.
That's right. So, I mean, obviously, you've got to take a long-term view of this. But the things that make us impatient, and in the news cycle, we're waiting on interest rates. We're waiting to see what happens with Brexit. We're waiting to see what happens with China and the trade policy. And all of this creates this sense of impatience, right?
It really does. And what this does, it creates what we call short-term volatility. And the market's been around for over 100 years. Yeah. Nothing has changed. When you have these bits come out about negative news, it is going to send the market down. But that's only a small part of the volume that's actually out there. So don't be worried about these short-term movements because Brexit did this, or Trump said this, or China said this. Stop with that. Look at what you're investing into. And we always like to buy companies because you can see much clearer what they are and understand you have good long-term investments that will weather the storm. And
part of that is getting hung up in that news cycle, confusing politics, news, and the markets, which really don't always correlate.
Right. They really don't. And the thing is, people get worried about that, and because the market went down, 200-300 points, oh my gosh, that's terrible. It is not terrible. Right. It will come back as long as the businesses, stocks that, again, we emphasize on, you own, will do very well.
So let's talk about one guy who has exercised some patience through the years. It's Warren Buffett.
Yes.
Right? He's been a patient guy. How's that served him?
It served him very well. And what people don't realize, that Warren Buffett, 50% of the time on a one-year basis, the S&P, the index, beats him. He underperforms at 25% of the time on the 5-year time frame, and a 10-year time frame, he doesn't beat it 10% of the time. Right. When you look at long term, since 1988 till now, he's ahead of the index by 350%. You've got to look long term and stop comparing to the stupid index, because the index is just that, it's an index. Yeah. It doesn't matter. No one invests 100% of their money into the index.
And he's done fairly well. The third richest man in the world.
Buying businesses at good prices and holding them for the long term.
Well, so let's talk about those businesses. We've got a minute left, so let's talk about the businesses that you like to invest in and how they will fare over the long haul.
Sure. And I can't, unfortunately, mention the names. I'd love to, but the SEC does not allow me to do that. But I can talk about it in our portfolio for the past 10, 12 years. We've had banks, insurance companies, energy companies, food companies, and we're up 300, 400, some of these over 500% over the last 10, 12 years because we were patient. We didn't have to go out and buy the next, Amazon. We're just all about good companies at good prices.
Small pieces of big companies, that's what you like. That's what you'll talk about Thursday. The workshop is free. It's in Scripps Ranch, starts at 6:30 Thursday evening. You can register at smartinvesting2000.com or call 858-546-4306, 858-546-4306. Again, it's free. It's an introduction to Wilsey Asset Management. You're going to learn a lot. Call or go online, RSVP today.